Hey guys, welcome to Cocktails with Cupcake. I'm your host, Cupcake, and we have a very, very, very special guest. My first guest on the podcast. What an honor to be blessed with my girlfriend, Bobbie. Everyone, welcome Bobbie. Hi, Bobbie. How are you?
I just want to say I'm so thrilled to be here.
Yay.
And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I love you so much.
I love you.
You were the first person I thought of to have as a guest.
We've been doing this unofficially for a minute, so
Literally.
I'm happy to be here.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you've seen Bobbie or myself outside, we're working the front door. I'm not working the front door. I'm coming and being annoying. But we have unofficially been doing this, and like, we were like, you know what? We gotta put this on camera. We gotta put this on wax. We gotta put it on wax.
Yep.
So I'm so happy you decided to do this.
Yeah.
Don't be nervous.
A little bit.
So, you know they call me Cupcake in the city.
Yeah.
So I have some cupcakes for you.
Yummy.
I got vegan, I got vanilla, I got chocolate, I got sprinkles. However, if you're not hungry, we can definitely get into a cocktail.
Yeah.
What is your cocktail of choice? Are you like bubbles? Should we pop a bottle?
I think we should pop a bottle.
Let's pop a bottle. We should
You
pop a
want to
bottle.
know? Because I've been on my vino, prosecco,
Okay.
champagne vibe. So let's get some bubbles flowing.
Let's get some bubbles flowing. Okay. And you know I got a million questions for you.
Of course.
I hope that
That's
you
what
don't
I'm
mind.
here for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta get these questions out the way because people want to know. Okay, first of all, Bobbie, how do we meet?
Wow.
I know.
I mean, for sure in Hollywood, obviously, right?
We met in Hollywood, but was it that casting call?
I think it was the casting.
Okay.
I think that was like for sure stamped. Our personalities were merged. We knew like we're girlfriends. Eh, pop it.
Ready?
Whoop.
Woo! Okay. I should have been ready.
It's all good.
How stinking cute.
Look at these cute glasses you got.
I know. Don't they remind you of like confetti?
It does.
added
and
some
I love the
sprinkles.
gold.
I love the gold. Solid gold. Okay, but yes, I think we met at the casting.
Yep.
But we just automatically clicked. Cheers.
Eyes.
Wait, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Welcome to 2024.
Yeah.
Wow, what a freaking like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We made it.
We made it. I mean, like, not to be like morbid or anything, but like, you know how many people don't make it into the new year?
Seriously.
Just because of, you know, how crazy the holiday is. So we are truly blessed to be here. And,
We made it safe and sound.
And to be starting new goals.
Let's celebrate these goals more,
Yeah,
okay?
Okay. Yummy.
So this is Issa's. This is Issa
Ooh.
Rae's, yeah. This is her Prosecco.
Oh, Via Ray.
Yeah. I love how chocolate and melanin it is. Like, I love that so much.
Yeah, I love the.
Shout out
the
to
font.
Issa. Okay, so I want to get into some things, okay? I want to get into some things.
Okay, let's get into it.
Okay.
I'm ready for the smoke.
I want all the smoke. Okay, Bobbie, let's see. You know what? So a lot of people be dying to get to LA. They be dying to get to Hollywood. The
Yeah.
scene,
Yep.
being that we live here and we put in our time,
Yeah.
how do you rate LA?
Oh, wow. I mean, an overall rating, because I'm still here and I'm blessed to be here and this has always been a dream of mine, I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 stars, yeah.
4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, yeah, are we thinking LA or are we thinking California?
I'm thinking LA.
Okay. I might have to knock that down to 3.
Okay, I was thinking that. I was gonna give it a strong 3.
Yeah, LA, 3 out of 5. California, maybe even 5 out of 5 for the state.
State, 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
LA,
The city,
ooh, like a 3.
3.5 maybe?
3.5?
Let's give it 3.5. Because we're here, we're blessed to be here. Like, you know.
I'm blessed to be here.
Yeah.
And it has just worn me out.
Yeah. Well,
I think I'm ready for a change.
this city can eat your ass up and spit you out.
Okay.
And it's a celebration, one, that we've made it. Because
Yes.
people don't, like, you have your 6-month milestone, your year,
Yes.
and so on. So, let's just give credit where it's due.
And give grace, because we definitely could have gone back home. I'm originally from Texas.
Yes, and I'm from Atlanta.
From ATL.
Girls from the South, and
it's not Atlanta. It's not Decatur. It's not
that
Atlanta.
is not Atlanta. That is not Atlanta.
But yes, a lot of people that were transplants did not make it past pandemic. They went back home. They were like, I'll come back. One of my girlfriends, she went back home, hasn't come back since.
Yeah.
So I thank God that we've made it, we've stayed, we've stuck it out and got it out the mud, for real, respectfully. So my first question is, you're not really a clubber. However, when you first stepped outside, what was your expectations of the club scene? Did you think you were gonna run into celebrities? Did you think it was gonna be like, what was your...
Yeah, well, okay, so there was a time where Hollywood was like all you saw all over the internet. Like the girls were out with the outfits, you saw the ball players, the celebrities, like it was like a huge scene. So that was the mindset that I had, like, oh, you just run into anybody in the club, which is actually true depending on where you go and what night you go. And to have that like access now, like when I first got here, I used to be so thirsty for it, and now I don't. I could care less.
Okay.
Because some things are invite only, and I was humbled. I've never been humbled in a club scene in my life until I got to Hollywood. And it's so funny. The first club that I actually went to in Hollywood was the first club I worked at. So we'll get into that.
Okay.
But, I mean, unless we want to continue on that. But yeah, so the first club I went to, like to party.
Well, say the name.
Playhouse. R.I.P. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Playhouse. When I tell you Playhouse, yo, I cannot stand it.
Listen, and I was so like thirsty. I'm like, oh my God. Like I saw it on Hollywood. I saw this line. I saw these people dressed up. I'm like, I'm going there. Waited in line, like kind of finessed my way to the front, got in. All of these big screens, like these big sections. I'm like, oh my God, like this is Hollywood. Like I made it. I made it.
You initially had that thought because the lights, the camera, the action, all of that.
The bottle girls were some of the most beautiful girls I've seen. I'm like, oh my God, they're
it
models.
meets your expectations.
Oh, for sure.
There was something you touched on. Literally, the big screens, the sections, the like. You assume that you're going to be rubbing elbows with the who's who, which you can.
They were there. Like
they're always there.
Playhouse was known for the celebrities, the athletes, like just the who's who.
Yeah.
You're going to catch them at Playhouse, like, because we had the best girls, the best DJs. I mean, a huge venue. Like the club itself was huge. One of the biggest, I think, on Hollywood Boulevard, maybe. I'm
dying to know what your top 3 clubs are now.
That is so hard.
Or even back then, because I do know Playhouse was that girl.
Yeah.
Also, was it Poppy's? I think Poppy's just got...
Yeah, Poppy was, it had a time, but that was one of the ones, like, if you didn't know somebody or you weren't going VIP, you're not just rolling.
You're not walking in.
No.
But what was across the street from Playhouse? Before ballet. It wasn't ballet. It was something else. But it was kind of like the Playhouse rejects.
I was going to say, it's been renamed. You know how Hollywood goes.
I know.
They rename and rebrand, keep the same management.
Darn it, I wish I remembered that. Okay, but yeah, Playhouse was that girl.
Yeah.
It definitely was. I auditioned to be one of the go-go dancers. I didn't get it.
It took me a year to get like on the Hollywood scene as far as working.
It does not happen overnight.
Oh no.
You really got to stamp
network. It's who you know, and it's timing. Like if they hit you and they're like, we need a fill, you better go.
Yeah.
And that's how I got my job. I went in filling in for somebody. I overworked. I made myself like valuable. And they end up bringing me on full time.
And that's another thing, because that could be hit or miss, is always being outside. Unless you're working, that's one thing. But always being outside, you never want to be that girl that's just like outside trying to get picked.
Yeah.
But I get it. You got to go out and like
network.
You got to go out and do your big one. You got
elbows.
Child.
But also too, you hit on that saying like you don't want to be, but it's also about how you carry yourself when you're out. Because no, I was never drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm always coherent. I'm never like overly partying. How I dress is how I still want to be. You know, I want to be taken
Perceived,
serious.
yeah.
So I think it's a lot of that
Yo,
goes into it.
That is the most slept on topic, is how you carry yourself, vibe, personality. Don't be going outside just getting drunk. Be outside with a purpose. Like,
Yeah.
just outside is cool, but like, it's not.
No, not overkill.
Not
Because
overkill.
You'll ruin your reputation. Like you can, I don't know, like give a bad impression of yourself, and it's
Yeah.
like you were just out having fun, and it's like you can't live for the day.
Exactly. You know what I wanted to ask you too is,
Yeah.
after the club, were you ever like going to the after parties? Or would you like cut it short and be like, no, I'm gonna go home?
I think it depends on who I was with and the vibe that I was on and whatever season I was in at that time. Because I've definitely done some of the hours, after hours, which some of my most favorite ones are like Habibi, which this is like back in the day,
Yeah.
like the original Habibi when they had like the upstairs, and that was like a vibe. Or you know, just going to Barry's, but not like on the front patio, on the back patio.
Yes.
'Cause
Oh my
like-
God.
yeah.
Wait, we can't give them our good spots.
Well, I mean, gotta
If
pay-
you know,
if
but
you know,
like,
but you gotta pay to play. So
you do.
You know, I
Don't
mean,
think you could just walk up in
Oh,
Habibis
Anywhere.
or Barry's and then try and get a section. If you're not walking in with a squad,
Yeah. Back to
Like,
to
yeah.
who you know and pay to play. Because like what I will say, I mean, we know this. Being a female in Hollywood is completely different, and it can open up doors and it can shut them right in your face if you do the wrong thing. And I've seen it.
and the word spreads around so quick, you have no idea.
Yeah.
One bad thing,
They'll eat you up.
they'll eat you up, and then spread it, and it's like you gotta stay inside to clear your good name, or
Yeah.
you'll forever be working on it. You'll always be that girl that fell out the club drunk, like, or you'll be that
Yeah.
girl that fought, or like whatever it is.
Yeah.
But like when I tell you your image is everything, and that's all you have. I actually learned that from Fabe.
Yeah, and that's one thing too. You don't want to be like 86 or like blacklisted from like a place, because like it spreads across the board. Like the amount of stuff.
Sleeping with
that, like-
promoters.
oh, that's the worst one. I mean, do your thing, but
No,
you know.
I'm not encouraging that. Cocktails with Cupcake does not encourage sleeping with no promoter, sleeping with no club owner. No, we do not do that.
I mean, unless you guys are dating, be intentional. You know, don't just go out here.
but
for a
even
quick
dating,
fun. Yeah, I mean, dating and sex are not in the same boat, and I'm tired of people putting them in the same boat. Just because we dated, that doesn't mean that we had sex, and just because we had sex doesn't mean we dated.
right? And on top of that, when you're dating someone who's outside,
Just
be
know
prepared that they are
outside.
outside
Yeah, and you might be one of 5 to 10
in rotation. Who's
Yeah.
coming to that club tonight? Speaking of
And
club,
if you don't get an invite, trust and believe they got their other bitch there.
that.
You know, but I'ma just. That's
know,
just
I
a low
wonder-
key tea. Keep it to yourself.
But speaking of that, right? So if you are, let's say you're dating a promoter, and he invites you outside, and you know he needs to make his rounds. He needs to
Yeah.
have that section filled up.
Yeah.
What is section etiquette?
Okay. Well, it depends on what time you're coming in, and what I mean by this is like if you come in with them, right?
Okay.
You get top priority
Okay.
because you're there first.
So he's walked you in and placed you at the section.
So you name your stake. You pick your spot.
Okay.
If you have your girls with you, y'all sit tight. Don't move around because move your feet, lose your seat. And that's it. Me personally, I think that you're a guest. So what that means is like don't pour up before your server comes because the bottles might be there and a lot of girls forget to pour in them. It's like that's not your job. Your purpose honestly is to sit here and be cute and be entertainment for the section, for the club, for whatever promoter has invited you out. And obviously looking good and knowing your limits. Like nobody wants you to be throwing up in the section, falling out in the section, doing anything like, you know, OD crazy like drunk girl stuff. So it's a certain decorum that comes with it, but people don't think about that because it's still their business. Promoters, like that's their job. And I personally, I mean, I've done it, we've all done it, standing on the couches, but we're a little bit mature for that, and the certain places that we're going to, it's not giving stand on the couch.
At all.
No. Just
At
sit
all.
there and be pretty, be a princess.
Yes.
You know?
I love that answer.
Yeah.
I was gonna get the same answer because it also depends on, like you said, if he walks me in, we sit down, we're placement.
Yep.
When the bottle girls come, they're already gonna pour up and
And
pass.
they're gonna ask you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have your drink and you sit there and look cute. But yeah, sitting on the couches, turning around, twerking, we're not doing all that.
And granted, there's a time and place for everything, but think of yourself as like a co-star or a co-host to the promoter that has invited you out. Because if you do it right,
we control the vibe.
You control the vibe, but if you do it right, you'll be invited out to more things and more things and more things. But if you do it wrong, you're blacklisted. You put it at the bottom of the list. They'll put a little note by you like, "Oh, she gets too drunk," or "She took her shoes off."
No. Never ever take your shoes off. I don't care if your feet are bleeding. Drink up more so you're numb at the toes, but do not ever be barefoot in these Hollywood streets.
Don't take your shoes off in the club to sit on the sofa. Don't take your shoes off to go to the car. Don't take your shoes off.
Don't take your shoes off.
You're not at home. You're not a heathen.
At all. I promise you, I've had a man carry me before being a trained dancer, ballerina, all that good stuff. I can last in my heels. However, I'm not perfect. I've had some nights where like, all right, the devil is getting the best of me, but I swear to God, I'll be piggybacked before anybody ever sees these white toes
on the ground
on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Look, you were out one night in some Louboutins. Feet were dead, numb, and carried it like a champ.
And one thing those red bottoms are gonna do, they're gonna hurt.
Okay.
They're not made for comfort. They were new.
Too.
And why would I wear them to break them in like that?
Silly.
Only
But you
Cupcake.
sat there looking with me. Sat there looking really pretty. So
You're right, the new brown ones.
Yep, I love those. I love those.
Babe.
The girl got some shoes. Okay?
I love shoes. That's my weakness. The shoes are the weakness. Okay. There was one juicy question. I feel like we've already touched on it, but I definitely want to get into it.
Let's get into it.
I'm gonna go through a list of clubs, right?
Okay. Am I rating them?
You can either say yay or nay.
Okay.
You can make a face. You can do whatever. I'm gonna just like speed round, yeah? Just literally, yeah?
LA.
Are you ready?
A little nervous. I don't want smoke with the owners.
Oh, okay.
But I'll do it.
Okay.
You know, this is my point
I'm
of
just
view.
gonna, when I tell you I'm about to just fire through. Ready?
She's gonna get me fired.
Hyde.
Yes.
Classic Cat.
Maybe.
Delilah's.
Yes.
Poppy's.
Yes.
Apartment 200.
After midnight.
Station 1640. Highlight Room. Beauty and Essex. Association.
Yeah.
Continental Club.
Yeah.
Harriet's Rooftop.
Yes.
Nightingale.
Yes.
Ballet.
Sure.
Dragonfly. Oh, and on that note, okay. I love that. Those were the clubs that I frequent to where I was like, I want to know how you feel about them. Because this is my thing. I'm going as a guest to turn up to party. However, when you work it or you know the ins and outs, you know the promoters, you know the judge, you know the time that it's about to like pick up or slow down. She sees it from a whole different view. So that's why I needed to have her here. Number one, she's my eyes and ears to the streets. She tells me when to pull up. Like Cupcake is getting a little thick.
This is the time. They're here. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's the vibe. Oh.
Oh, can we hear them? We're good?
Yeah, just for a second. Ooh, they gonna kill me by dragonfly. Whatever.
First of all,
what?
It's small in there.
Well, okay. I mean, it's a lot of things because, like you said, I'm not coming as a party goer or like a patron. You know, I've worked with these venues. I've worked with some of the promotional teams that work at these venues. And I mean, some of the ones that I gave a more favorable answer, I've probably just been a patron at, like just a party goer. And if I might have been a little hesitant, I probably worked there or maybe work with the team. So it is a little.
And that's that. That's a different perspective. Working versus indulging in the nightlife.
Because I'm not going to say that every place that you name I've worked, but some of them I have, majority of them.
Okay. Now, being that you are the princess of Hollywood, When do you ever feel like you gotta like mark the tree, like step on, like have, like if the club is thick outside and you know you work it, you know you got promoters, what is your like proper way of getting in the club versus like, no, I work here, y'all don't know who I am, da da da. Like how would you classy,
Like
in the most classy way get inside? Yeah.
Two things. I never go anywhere without notice or
Okay.
RSVP.
Okay.
I'm not we about to pop in here real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna always hit whoever I know, whoever's the highest of command. So if that is the owner, the GM, the assistant GM, the head promoter, but the realty is security.
Wait, why do I say the same thing? You guys, because once she goes through that list of like, he's not answering his phone, I can't get
'Cause
in,
they're
it's
busy.
thick. Yeah. When I will never forget it.
Yeah.
When I first popped out, like, I was like, yo, security is running these doors. And
It's
on top
security.
of that, they frequent a lot of places working the doors.
Yeah.
Why not make sure security is good? You need a drink? I'm about to get you a shot. Are you still working? What time you off? Like, hang out with the
goes a long
security.
way.
Yes.
Favor goes a long way in being, nice, because no offense to our, natives of Los Angeles, but Southern girls, we have a little charm about us, and we're sweet, and we come with hospitality.
Hospitality.
And I think that that's something that we sometimes miss.
Yeah.
In Hollywood, it's LA. And I think that goes a long way. And what I learned is also not just security, but the door person, which is what I do now.
Yes.
And we are the gatekeepers. Because
I love that.
you could be waiting on the promoter or the owner or the GM, but we're the face, we're the front.
Yeah.
So if you have a relationship, and this is very, like New Year's Eve, I said, I don't have a guest list. Don't hit me, don't call me, no
See,
pull-ups.
and that could be overwhelming because you are the go-to person.
Yeah.
You definitely are someone that I have either hit up to let somebody in,
Yeah.
or told you a few names that are gonna be arriving.
Yeah.
But you are my point of contact, and that's another, like, silent rule is like, don't overuse me.
Yeah.
Especially like, are you putting money in my pocket? And like, okay, I'm letting all these people in. Are they even gonna?
Are they bringing
Are they
vibes?
bringing vibes? Are they just coming? And then if I brought a guest in and it was a negative experience, that ruins it for me because I just
Yeah.
use my good name to refer somebody to skip the line and get inside. I've used some of my access that I've worked hard for
Yes.
to then lend it to somebody else.
Yeah.
I've had a few people come and not want to pay, and I'm like,
Well, we know what that breeds. Entitlement. And that is why it is a fine line on, your boundaries and what you said. Because I never want someone to feel like, oh, I know you, or I just was partying with you last night, like, so I'm entitled to jump the line or get in the venue for free.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like, it is a business, and it's not my club.
yeah, and you
Like, I
have
have
something to lose. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money you slide me. You go in there acting a fool.
You going in there acting a fool, now I gotta kick you out. Or you go in there and you're acting entitled, and they're like, well, Bobbie, don't be saying Bobbie
Don't be
said
saying
nothing. 'Cause I didn't say it.
I didn't say it. And then on top of that, don't let it be someone I refer, because then you gotta come and tell me, now I
my
can never hang out
girl.
with you again at this club or another club, especially if she walked in the door. Like, how does that then make me look?
Because I will let you know. Because I'll be like, Cupcake, she can't come back, he can't come back. Because it's happened. And it puts me in an uncomfortable position. Because I am still a person outside of the industry and outside of the workspace. And God forbid, like, you really got some unresolved smoke. And this is funny. I have a little story.
Has it happened?
Yeah, I have a little story.
Okay, go.
So look, I had worked an event the night before.
Uh-huh.
And maybe it was some back-to-backs. I was really busy. And I remember faces, not always necessarily names, but your
Yeah,
face,
you see
if
a lot
I've
of people.
seen it,
Yeah.
I know who you are. So I went out to frequent, this is off work, maybe a Sunday. I went to Secret Hookah in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I not only run into one group of girls, a whole nother group of like a girl and a guy that had just saw me out that same weekend? And the girls were like, oh my God, thank you so much. You made sure we got in. And this was a busy weekend. It was maybe either like 4th of July or like Memorial, something, Cinco de Mayo. It was Listen, do not go out in LA on Cinco de Mayo late, without an RSVP, without a table. It's just not happening. It's one of our big holidays. Like, if it's drinking and it's something fun, trust and believe, we're turning up for it in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So basically, the other group was like, oh, you that girl that wouldn't let us in the club. And I was like, I was like, excuse me?
It's a whole different day. You still pressed?
I said, it was a capacity issue, babe. Did you not see the line? Did you not see security? Like, we closed the door down.
I'm mad you even responded, because it's a whole different day. I'm off the clock.
Girl, and it's just like, but I try to like smooth out the situation, because not because I'm like a people pleaser or care, but it's like, one, I don't want you to then not want to come back in the future. And because it's still customer service that I try to keep a good face for the business, the brand, you know, anything. Because they'll be like, I don't like the venue because of her, and it's just not.
You are the first point of contact.
For sure.
Also, too, as you said, it's the busiest night. The nights that are popping, of course, are holiday times.
Yeah.
Respectfully, that's when I be trying to use my like
plugs.
Yeah.
But it's like excuse me, it's time.
I know.
Because if you try to come in the thick of it, you're fucked.
Into the thick of it.
Into the thick of it. It's like, if the club opens at 10 and you know it's a busy night, bitch, be there at 10. Be there at 10.
Okay.
Get in. And
nobody wants to be there when it opens.
Nobody does. But if you're trying to come in for the free and you're trying to like get some VIP and you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to do all of that, girl, get there early. You know what I'm saying? Because not to be like I'm big on in and outs, because certain places don't allow in and outs.
Oh, once you're, a lot of places, once you're in, you're in. Please don't come outside going to gather people at the door. Oh, they with me.
My friend,
no.
Your RSVP is for you. Unless you about to drop some money for them, they can't get in.
At all.
Especially at a certain time. Like, people don't understand there's so much that goes into it. They think it's like favoritism or something.
It's not. It is rules and it's structured. And of course you want the line to be packed outside. However, you do want some people inside. So get there on time.
Yeah.
I just know I don't start getting ready till 11 o'clock.
Yeah. And when you're a princess like you know what I'm saying? You come dolled up with these high expectations.
I know. So far, so good.
So far, so good. She's never been, you know what I'm saying, without getting inside. Thank God.
Also, too, the spot you work at, which I won't say it, but I've now come for you, and I will chill outside with you. I will make sure she's fed, has water, has company.
All of that.
And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go inside. She's like, all right, I'll see you inside. And like, but I've, not only do I love her, and it's just hospitality. Like, you're sitting outside, either with or without a heater, and you're seeing all these different people come in and different energies. So I have no idea what you've been through. So when I come, the last thing I want you to do is feel like, all right, she's just using me to get in. No, first of all, you're my friend. Second of all, like, what do you need, girl?
Yeah.
Like,
that's the first thing she asks me anytime she walks up to, you hungry? Want some food? You thirsty? And it's just like that love, and it's consistent. And she can usually tell if I just had like a rude group or some crazy shit went down, because my energy could be a little like, frustrated, because, people transfer energy. It's a real thing. And it doesn't matter how healed you are, how much I protect my energy, any of that. Like, I still am a human, and I can feel that, and I get a little frustrated at times. But you check the temperature, and you always make sure I'm straight. So
I love you so much.
That's why you're always good. You know that.
I love you so much.
Heart.
But also, you're right. And I remember one particular time, somebody came with some off energy, and I was just like,
you saw it.
Yeah, I was like, we're not about to do that. Are you trying to go inside and spread that energy, or are you trying to come inside and turn up?
Yeah.
He later came back and apologized. Remember that? He came back and was like, I'm sorry, I had a bad day, but like, you gotta check that shit at the door. Then you shouldn't be coming outside. And I understand some people want to go outside to get rid of the energy, but if you haven't checked it when you walk in this venue, you're gonna be spreading all that and just being a sourpuss in the spot, male or female. Please don't be a man with that energy, because I'm looking at you sideways.
It's looking like, boy. But like, I'm not gonna lie, I check it at the door. And that's something that that they now have like an expectation of me to check the vibe, because you could already tell what people are coming to the club on. And if they're on bullshit, I don't then want that to be a security issue.
At all.
Because I am, like you said, the first point of contact. So it's
Yeah.
like, I already know if they're too drunk, if they're hostile, if they're aggressive, if they don't want to pay. If you don't want to pay here, you're not going to the bar to spend no money. What are you doing? What are you doing in a club that you have not been invited to? You don't want to pay to get in. What are you going to do on the inside?
You didn't RSVP, so you weren't even checking. You're just looking for something to do, and you don't want to pay at the door, which means, yeah, you're not spending in the...
You're not spending money. And this is no shade to, our men. I have zero problem with women paying. I would say maybe 1% of the time, I have a woman that like tries to challenge me on it, because I get the, I'm too cute to pay, or girls don't pay, ladies not free, all of that. As a woman, I don't care. Like, unless you're RSVP'd, you're on my promoter's guest list, like you're somebody that like I know is coming,
Right.
like I don't care about any of that. You
Yeah.
gotta pay. And I don't do gender numbers. It's $20 for everybody. It's $40 for everybody. Like, I don't care. Like, because especially in this age where you don't identify, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, it's gender neutral.
Yeah.
I keep it gender
Respectfully,
neutral.
these restrooms are gender neutral, so that
The price is gender neutral.
the green is gender neutral.
But usually it is the male identifying subjects that don't want to pay. They're the cheapest ones. And if you don't want to pay $20 to get in, I know you're not about to tip my bartender or my waitress or buy any drinks. You're just in there taking up space.
And if you're saving that coin to then buy girls drinks, then cheap.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
and ladies, we're going out, like usually to find men, and nobody wants a broke or cheap or.
Every time I'm at the front door with her, I'm like, are you buying me a shot? I got you.
But you even say, I'll buy you a shot. You do the flip to see how
I'll
the
be
energy.
like, I'll get you a shot when you go inside. Oh, okay.
But you gotta pay first.
You gotta pay. Yeah.
You gotta pay her, and then I'm gonna get you a shot on the back end.
Yeah. Okay. Before I let you go, right?
Okay.
Because we've spent so much. I love. Like, we can talk about this. It's so many different intricate levels. I don't want to give too much away. You know what I mean? Because I still gotta run these streets. What do you have going on? What are your intentions for 2024? What is the vibe? Are you going in single? Valentine's Day is coming up. Talk to me.
Okay, as far as the intentions go, I just plan to be very organized and systematic in most of the things that I do. I can't run my life like a robot, but I feel like that gives me more structure and less anxiety. And rather that is planning out my weeks in advance, 2 weeks, a month, whatever that looks like. And also taking opportunities, like I might say I really don't work in this area, or I'm not like trying to work with this group, but I'm just being open-minded this year. And also too, a big one for me is like doing my own event, curating my own vibe. Just because for one, I have the access, I have the knowledge, I've been doing it long enough, and I feel like my point of view on a vibe is coming from a totally different place, considering the fact that I'm from Atlanta and I also worked in the nightlife scene there. So I just want to bring something that I don't feel like we have here in LA. And it's not going to be something like a weekly, it might even be like a monthly or maybe even a quarterly. I don't know. I haven't figured out the logistics on that, but that's something that I definitely want to do. I want to create an experience for, you guys to enjoy, because that's what it's about.
Kill it, Bobbie.
Thank you.
You knowing the insides and out, and first of all, being a female, I already know you would know how to cater to the women, but yeah, it not being a weekly thing makes it more like enticing.
Yep.
Oh my goodness,
We gotta go.
we gotta go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am
But
so.
don't wanna give too much
I know, but I'm excited for that. That's amazing. Okay, are you single?
I am single until married. Okay, ain't no ring on this finger.
Okay.
But no, I am single. I don't think that I am focused on like a relationship per se. And it's just because I know that I have some layers of work that I still have to do for myself, and I'm just business focused. And no shade to my business whatsoever, but it's really hard to date when I'm working prime nights like Fridays, Saturdays, and then I'm not trying to like, go out after the club, because I don't feel like that's a dating experience, or rushing it because I have to go to work at a certain time.
Right.
So it doesn't really leave me good room to date. And I've actually been shaded for what I do by dating guys. Like they'll meet me and they'll want me to quit.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, you're around too many men, or you have too much access, and it's like
Red flag.
red flag behavior. It's giving insecure, it's giving controlling, it's giving manipulative, and I don't want anything to do with it because at the end of the day, if you know me and you actually see me in a work, you know I'm handling business. I don't drink at work. You know what I'm saying? I'm never, drunk. I mean, I did have a drink on like holidays and stuff, you know. But primarily, I'm handling business. I'm coherent, and I treat it like a regular business. I mean, I come from management. Like, I did retail management. I've done finance. Like, so when I come into my work, I'm in control and I'm operating at my highest level.
And you're super laser focused. First of all, you're so well spoken. I love you so much.
Thank you.
But also, I remember one particular time, small story. I remember one particular time in Beverly Hills.
Oh.
I don't know if you remember. Was it Halloween? No. Was it Halloween? Yes. You were. Nope. It wasn't Halloween.
I was there Halloween. But
it wasn't Halloween.
It
was a time before Halloween.
Yeah.
And I was a little
lit.
A cupcake wasted. And Bobbie was like respectfully, she was like, go inside. Because I kept coming in and out. I don't know why. I just kept coming to the door.
Because it was a vibe. But
I kept coming in and out, and I was like,
but
and
that
it's
venue,
small.
Yeah.
It's cute. And yeah, she respectfully told me, and that's how you know someone has your back, because if I'm doing the most, I want you to check me privately. And then of course, if it's getting excessive, go ahead and send me home. Go ahead and call that Uber, and I have no problem skedaddling.
Fortunately, I've never had to be like, girl, you gotta go. She's never gotten herself to that point, but at the end of the day, although we are friends and I know she loves to be at work with me, sometimes if it gets too crazy or if I got too much going on, I gotta work, girl. But
it's so well said. This is why I gave you the compliment. It's so well said, so respectful, to where it's like, Cupcake, you're doing a lot. Go have a seat. And then, of course, I went to go sit down and I tried to get some water. But like, I'm forever grateful for those moments where we can have a genuine friendship.
Yeah.
And I don't want to ruin your reputation. I don't want to have you looking crazy at work, trying to protect me and make sure I'm okay.
Yeah.
But also, too, I'm so well aware, too, that I'm like, oh, okay, it's time to tighten up. So, love that. Love her. Okay.
And you're so great at what you do.
Thank you.
You bring the vibes, you bring the energy, you're super positive, you're always well dressed, always super cute. You know what I'm saying? The girls that you do bring, but you're not really a like tag along type of girl, which I love. I love a solo girl, but the people that she does bring with her are good people, and they're respectful for the most part. And yeah, like I have nothing bad to say about like how I see you in that light versus us outside of the club.
I love that so much. And I go by myself a lot of the times because I don't want to be responsible for people. However, if I do bring someone and they've gone ahead of me, I've texted you, kind of pre-scan them, or, it's me and like maybe two other baddies, but like I'm never like overpowering the section, like, oh, get all these people, and like, girl, no, we're not doing all that.
No.
So again, thank you so much. And thank you for being my first official guest on Cocktails with Cupcake. Oh my God! I'm so excited, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you come back for more. I cannot wait to see you. And you know what? Let me say my intentions for 2024.
Oh yeah, let's get into it.
My intentions for 2024, lots of love, lots of celebrating businesses,
yes.
Lots of traveling, and lots of peace. We need a lot of peace.
And laughter.
And laughter.
Yeah.
One thing I'm gonna do is laugh.
Yeah, we gonna laugh.
We gonna laugh. I cannot wait to have Bobbie back on my show again, you guys. Thank you. Over and out.